How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. Bringing two worlds I love quite a bit. IPAs and toasted coconut. In one, baby, in form of Cape May Brewing Company's Toasted Coconut IPA. You're welcome. There you go. I've not had this before. This comes courtesy of Cape May Brewing, so thank you very much, guys. They sent me off a box of jams, and I'm going to dive into it, see what she's got. As far as what it says on here, Cape May Brewing Company limited release, your welcome toasted coconut India Pale Ale, unfiltered. It says, yes, this is really beer. Breathe it in intense amounts of oats and wheat. Lactose, whole vanilla bean are used to fluff up the body and give this viscous, and luscious mouthfeel you would expect from this toasted coconut milkshake inspired IPA. I add a silly amount of Mutika hops. What can we say? Except you're welcome. Very modest beer. And I think that there's no ABV in this can. I actually tried to kind of find some, burping, something about it, and I can't find one. So, you know, IPA, so somewhere north of 5.5, probably pushing 7, low change 7s, and that'd be that. Otherwise, I dig it. It has that kind of like cheesy 90s jams, shorts kind of beach vibe to it, which kind of makes sense with it being Cape May. And it's kind of, you know, it's a sticker can. It's the, you know, silver top sticker can everybody loves so much. I think this is the first one I've gotten from Cape May that is like the kind of sticker can variety. So they're going for the milkshake IPA thing, and they're going for the coconut end of things. It's been done before, but a lot of people get that wrong, especially the coconut portion of the show. A lot of times, from when I've had coconut beers from a lot of breweries, they end up screwing up the body of the beer because the oils in the coconut kind of screw the beer up. That's obviously not the case here. Not more times than not, when that is the problem, you end up having the kind of head just drop completely out of the beer. That's not the case here. You got to pick your finger, infinite creamy top, uniform bubbles, and yeah. That would be the haze right there. Rich dark orange. Not the haziest beer in the history of mankind, but the haze does not a good beer make. But she looks quite nice. Let's see if we get a nose on her. Definitely get the lactose portion of the show. It comes off assertive. It comes off bright, but it doesn't come off as too much. It's not overly sweet. There's a sweetness from the malt itself, and that isn't too big either. So I really appreciate the fact that, at least on the nose, it's not too sweet. That coconut's in there, but it's just floating underneath that lactose, and almost marries with the lactose to become one. It's not lost. It just, I feel like the lactose trumps it a little bit, so it kind of reduces, at least in the nose, the effect of that coconut. A soft, generic, almost like piney kind of bittering hop in the background there. Soft sweetness, done and done. So yeah, lactose leading the way, followed by that kind of sweetness of the malt and the coconut, but all of that is not over the top sweet. It ends up coming off quite nice. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. This is probably one of the better coconut-based hazies that I've ever had, actually. Not that I've had a ton. Probably is maybe my 5th or 6th kind of coconut-based IPA. And I just like the balance of the way it works in this one. First things first. You get that lactose, you get that coconut, you get a little bit of that bittering right off the get. All kind of that tip and edges of your tongue. As you swallow, that lactose kind of opens up. You get more of that toasted coconut. It kind of builds and gets equal with that lactose, which I really appreciate. While at the same time, you get that green kind of Mutika bittering all throughout the edges of your tongue. Nice mouthfeel to it. It's got a nice creaminess. It's not over the top, not super thick, so it lends itself to being drinkable. And it still tastes like a beer. I know I say that a lot, but I only say that when there's like these beers that go kind of crazy with all these different additions. When they get a little bit too heavy-handed with a lot of the bits and pieces they're throwing in there, and it kind of loses its way and becomes not a beer. This tastes like a big hazy New England style IPA with additions of lactose and coconut. I know that sounds kind of on the nose, no shit Sherlock stuff, but the way they balance the vanilla and the toasted coconut in the bits and pieces, the grains, the wheats, they're talking about the oats and things like that. The balance between all of those is quite nice. And it's probably one of the more deftly crafted milkshakes. I mean, more times than not, when someone's doing the whole milkshake thing, this is pretty much repeating what I just said, people go apeshit with the flavor. And to see something a bit more reserved, it's not, you're getting your coconut, you're getting your lactose. It's not minute. But to be reserved enough to have everything come relatively equal out of the beer is not something you usually see with these kind of super showy beers, and I kind of appreciate that. So yeah, it's tasty as fuck. I dig it. I like it. I think it's pretty enjoyable. I can drink, let's put it this way, I can probably drink a couple cans of these in a sitting, which is, kind of crazy. Usually the milkshake stuff is share a can. I could probably put down 2 of these, no problem, by myself, and not be overwhelmed by the additions and the adjuncts and all those bits and pieces. And yeah, quite tasty. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better milkshake IPAs that I've had as late? Yes. It's not the best one I've ever had in my life. There's ones that have done me more proper, but this one's definitely worthy. It's quite tasty stuff, and probably one of the better hop forward beers that I've had from Cape May. Some of their stuff have been hit and misses for me, and some of the stuff I got from them was like middle of summer when it was scorching out, so I think a little bit of travel time that I did them in. But this one's, yeah, just not just because it's like a new school hazy lactose beer. I just like the balance in it, so that kind of turns me on. Value and availability, it's Cape May. Usually in around the Philly area, and the closer you get to Cape May, you'll find it. Price wise, I don't know. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like milkshake IPAs, you like coconut, you like hazies, and you like balance and chaos, because you're getting all those adjuncty bits and pieces, but in very deftly touched doses that it kind of just makes sense in a good way. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little coconut milkshake IPA right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.